Welcome back. With us right now is Diane Masson, and you certainly know her. She's not only a resident here in Laguna Woods, she's the regional marketing director at Freedom Village and author of a couple books. One of them is Your Senior Housing Options, right there. But today you have a guest that is also I think, currently still a resident here, but it's going to be you and your husband moving to Freedom Village. This is Karen Mizusaki, right?
Yes.
And your husband is Ben. Welcome.
Thank you.
So it's great to have you here today. And let me say hi to Diane first. Hello. Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year to you as well.
So Karen, I understand that you've looked at retirement communities all over the place, even beyond California and
That's
Hawaii
right.
and things like that, and in other places as well, right?
Yes, that's correct.
And how long have you, by the way, have lived here in the
About
village?
4 years.
Okay, so now's the time. You're looking at a different place for you and your husband to move on to, a place that has some assisted living that can help you folks out. You don't have to cook your own meals, that sort of thing.
That's the best
So,
part.
yeah, how did you find out about Freedom Village? How did that come about?
Well, I think because we're residents of Laguna Woods, we subscribe to the Globe. And in there, they always have an ad. It caught my eye. And then there was a group of people, senior citizens, called the Cousins.
Called the Cousins, okay.
Cousins, and don't ask me what it stands for.
Okay.
And they had an event at Freedom Village. We got to meet them, and Diane's people had their people from marketing tell us about Freedom Village, and it sounded so interesting that, you know, we kept that in the back of our minds that when it was time for us to move, we knew where we wanted to go.
Very good. And Diane, you were at that gathering, that lunch? I know you folks at Freedom Village often have things like this, right?
Well, this was an unusual one with this group, and
Called
there
the
was
Cousins.
and there was about 50 guests there. And I'll never forget when the resident speaker got up to talk, and he actually said, "I have been all over Orange County looking at retirement communities, both continuing care and rentals, and Freedom Village was the first one I walked into that I felt welcome." And he goes, "Ever since I moved in, I have never not felt welcome."
Wow.
And so for him, that was a big deal because he had faced discrimination before.
Really? Very interesting. You know, Karen, tell me what you're looking forward to in you and your husband, Ben, moving to Freedom Village. What are some of the things that you're most looking at there?
I think the most important part is that it's life care.
Right.
You would start as an independent resident, and if the need comes up that you need assisted living or skilled nursing, it's right there on campus. So if one spouse is in assisted living, the other spouse is in independent, and just a matter of walking a few steps to get to see each other.
Right.
That's very important.
And that was one of the deciding factors, I'm
Yes,
sure.
life care.
Yeah, and I know how important that is. Let me ask you, let me just interject here, and because Karen mentioned something I think is very important when it comes to couples, when it comes to spouses, that they don't all need the same care at the same time in their lives. And that's where Freedom Village can help out with that as well, right? I think that's a very important part.
That's true. And I think a lot of couples, they want to age at exactly the same time and go to assisted
nice.
living at the same time and skilled. But it doesn't work that way.
doesn't.
And so as Karen mentioned, she wanted to be in a situation where her son didn't have to worry about her. And she wanted him to just enjoy his retirement. And she wanted to just, whatever happened, whatever circumstances comes up, if one of them is in a higher level of care like assisted living or skilled nursing and the other one's an independent, then they're both still close to one another. And I think the smartest thing in all her research was that they wanted to plan ahead for future healthcare needs.
Right, because speaking to you right now, you know, you're obviously somebody who can get up and go and have a lot of energy about you. What about your husband? Is your husband
More so.
more so? Okay, but you're obviously, and that's the whole point. You are planning for what may happen in the future.
That's correct.
Yeah, which
That's
is
so important.
Which Diane and I have talked about over and over again. Now, what about their apartment? Is it ready yet? What is the date you're going to be moving over there?
Well, I have a surprise for Karen
Oh.
today and her husband Ben, who's listening in the other room. And I actually have keys that you
good.
get to go see your apartment today when you come over for lunch.
We'll be there.
Very good.
So how this works is in order for an apartment to come available, and they've been waiting a while for an apartment
Okay.
to open up. And they got on a list, they were waiting, and when one of our residents is moving next door from independent into assisted living or skilled
Okay.
nursing, and we know it's coming available, then they knew, and they're like, oh great, we're getting ready to move in. And then their children needed to move the rest of their things out. And so that was kind of all in process.
Okay.
And then what will happen next when they go in today is their apartment's not done yet. So we're going to be putting in brand new carpet, we're going to be putting in brand new paint, new wallpaper, redoing the bathrooms. It's going to be like all brand new when they move to that. So it's exciting. That's
Yeah.
kind of how it works.
Very good. Now, on the independent side, the apartment that are getting ready for them, do they, obviously, one of the benefits there is your meals are all taken care of, but is there like a little kitchenette type thing or something that they want to make toast in the morning or whatever it might be as well?
Oh, sure. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, absolutely. And they have a full-size fridge.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
That's fantastic. So that's you make a good point as well about it's almost like any other kind of a really nice apartment complex that might be in demand. Sometimes you have to put your name on the list.
That's right.
And it's a good idea that if you come over and arrange a tour of Freedom Village, that if you like it, get your name on the list because you may have to wait a little bit, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we have a VIP club, and Karen and Ben were part of our VIP club. I think for several years you've
Yes,
been VIPs.
that's right.
And then they get to come and dine once a month at Freedom Village and meet other residents, get to know us. And that's kind of how they learned about our path to residency.
Right.
So how the path to residency works is if you're thinking about moving to Freedom Village, you're making a move, you want to select an apartment at Freedom Village first. The worst thing that we can hear is have somebody walk in and go, I sold my place here at Laguna Woods, I'm ready to move in. It's like, no, don't do it like that.
Right.
So you want to pick out your apartment first, and that's what they've done. And then they put their home on the market here at Laguna Woods. And then they have 60 days to move in.
Okay.
And usually during that time, people are able to get through escrow, sell their home. And if somebody's not able to do all that within the 60 days, then we work with them.
Okay. All right. Very good. And I know you and your husband, Ben, you did a lot of legwork looking around at different retirement communities, which is important, obviously.
right.
And you're staying right in the neighborhood, which is great. I'll just up the road a little bit. So that's fantastic. And I'm glad that you're going to be happy about it, found Freedom Village, and you should enjoy it there.
I think we will.
All right. And by the way, again, Diane's book, you can get it on Amazon and other places as well, right? But Amazon is always the easiest. You can order the book or you can get the electronic Kindle version if you'd like. And then the website is tipstoseniors.com, right?
Yes,
Tips to Seniors.
yes.
And on the screen there you have freedomvillageorangecounty.org, Freedom Village website that you can go there as well. And also their number so you can arrange a tour as well, right?
Perfect. And if anybody wants to come over and see Karen or Ben or myself, they're welcome
be there.
to.
All right, very good. Nice to meet you.
Thank you very much. Nice
And
meeting
always
you.
good to see you.
All right, great
Take
to
care.
see you
We'll
as
see
well.
you again soon, and we'll be right back.